All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to turn you into a bona fide home detective. Your mission is to solve one of the sneakiest, most expensive mysteries any homeowner can face, the hidden roof leak. We're going to follow the clues, uncover the evidence, and crack this case wide open before a tiny little drip turns into a full-blown catastrophe. So let's start with a question. What do you think is the single biggest threat hiding inside your home right now? Here's a little hint. It's almost never what you can see. It works in total silence, sometimes for months, before you even have a clue it's there. And the answer? It all starts with a single drop of water. Just one. From a tiny little roof leak that seems totally harmless. But here's the thing. Ignoring that one drop can lead to thousands of dollars in repairs, serious structural damage, and even mold. By the time you actually see the evidence, the problem is usually way bigger than it looks. Okay, so every investigation has to start somewhere, right? We're going to start with the obvious stuff, the clues that are practically screaming at you, hiding in plain sight. These are the signs that tell you a leak has already broken through your home's defenses. So your first sweep of the scene should look for these 5 classic signs. Think of those yellowish-brown ceiling stains as the smoking gun. Then trust your nose. That musty, damp smell, especially up in the attic, that's a dead giveaway that moisture is trapped somewhere. From the outside, you can often spot damaged shingles. Look for any that are curling up, cracked, or just plain missing. And pay really close attention to the flashing. That's the metal stuff around chimneys and vents. It's a super common failure point. And finally, if you can get to it safely, check your attic insulation. If it's damp, you've found your culprit. Now here's a crucial piece of intel about those ceiling stains. You might touch one and find that it's bone dry, and you think, phew, problem solved itself. But don't be fooled. A dry stain is just old evidence. It proves that water has been there, and you can bet it's coming back with the next rain. It's like a suspect who keeps returning to the scene of the crime. All right, you've rounded up the usual suspects. Now it's time to dig a little deeper. Because any good detective knows the most important evidence is the stuff that's hidden. Let's talk about the subtle signs that most people completely miss. You know, your attic can tell you one of 2 stories. A healthy attic should be pitch black. Here's a pro tip for you. On a bright, sunny day, go into your attic, turn off all the lights, and just look around. See any little specks of daylight poking through? Bingo. Each one of those is a potential entry point for water. A problem attic, on the other hand, well, it tells a much different story, with damp spots and that telltale musty odor. And here's something you absolutely have to remember. Water travels. The spot where the leak gets in on your roof might be nowhere near where you see the damage inside. That's why you have to look for things like bubbling paint or peeling wallpaper. That's moisture getting trapped and literally pushing the surface away. Those dark streaks on your walls, they're like little watery footprints. And if you see mold or sagging ceiling, you're looking at late-stage evidence. That leak has been active for a long, long time. Every detective needs the right tools for the job. But the good news is, you don't need to be a daredevil climbing all over your roof to do a good investigation. Here's the simple gear that'll help you gather evidence safely from the ground. So here's your toolkit. First, from the safety of your yard, just use a simple pair of binoculars. They'll give you a great close-up view of your shingles. Next up is a moisture meter. This little gadget is a game changer for finding hidden dampness behind your walls. If you get a high reading, it's an undeniable clue. And of course, never ever underestimate a powerful flashlight. It's your absolute best friend for spotting those dark, damp spots on the wood up in your attic. You know, even the best detectives out there know when a case is too big to handle alone. So at what point in your investigation do you need to pick up the phone and call in a professional roofer for backup? Here are the big red flags that tell you it's time to call in the cavalry. If you've got a leak that keeps showing up every time it rains, or if you're just plain stumped and can't find the source, get a pro. Same goes if your roof is getting up there in age, say past the 10 or 15-year mark. If you see multiple stains, that could mean a much bigger problem. And you should always, always consider a professional inspection after a major storm rolls through. And when the pros do show up, oh man, they bring some seriously cool tech with them. They'll use infrared cameras that can literally see temperature differences caused by hidden moisture inside your walls. They might do a controlled water test, basically creating a mini targeted rainstorm to see exactly where that water's getting in. And a lot of them use drones now for a super safe, really detailed bird's eye view of your entire roof. Solving the current mystery is great, but you know what's even better? Prevention. The ultimate goal is to stop these water intrusions before they can even get started. A simple prevention plan makes all the difference in the world. And it's pretty clear what the top priorities are. Look at this. A whopping 40% is just you doing your own inspections every season. After that, keeping your gutters clean is absolutely huge. Clogged gutters are a major cause of leaks. And then simple things like trimming back tree branches and having a pro come out just once a year for a checkup can catch tiny issues before they become huge cases. Look, if you only take one single thing away from all this, please let it be this golden rule. A roof leak will never fix itself, ever. It might seem to disappear when the weather's dry, but the damage is already done, and it is guaranteed to come back with the next storm, probably even worse than before. So, there you have it. You're now officially equipped with the detective skills to spot the clues, use the right tools, and protect your home from its sneakiest enemy. You've learned how to solve one of your home's biggest mysteries. The only question left is, are you ready for the next one?